We are racing. Field strings down the front stretch. The top two inside karts. That is Jeffrey Johnson and Chris Bechtel. The teammate machines, you can see they're decaled up exactly the same. They have a teammate separated right now, as it's going to be Davey Millard dropping into the third spot in their draft wake. One kart dropping to the back in a hurry on the outside. That's Jeremiah Strandberg stuck on the outside. Lets a line of karts go by on the inside. And Jeffrey Johnson will lead his first lap of 2019 at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. The Realtor Ray, ERA Real Estate, Pro Wing Champ Karts working around the facility now. Down into turn number 3, it's still Jeffrey Johnson out in front. Chris Bechtel running second, David Millard in the 16 third, Jake Herbert's in the 78 is dropped from the outside of the front row, back in the 4th spot in the draft. He's got Tim Waltrip right on his rear Nerf bar, trying to hang in there. Your top 4 karts having a little bit of a breakaway now. Waltrip sort of losing the draft just a hair, trying to make a run. He's got a 5-kart draft behind him. That's Danny Millard in the 10, Madison Morell in the 39, Hunter Waltrip in the 17, and Scott Allen in the 29. They're all in a line and trying to catch those front machines. Now they're starting to catch up to the back end of Waltrip's machine. That would be Timmy Waltrip in the 97. They have caught him. Now it's a 5-kart draft, leaving the 17 kart of Hunter Waltrip out of the draft run right now. So 2 4-kart drafts working. Now they've moved 1 kart to the outside. That seems to be the Timmy Waltrip machine that's been bypassed now by Millard, Morell, and Allen, and Pellick now up into your top 8 machines. Pellick right behind Scott Allen's machine. They're pushing the 39 of Madison Morell around the racetrack, and Danny Millard, the engine on that train of 4 machines. They're still trying to chase down Jeffrey Johnson in the 30, Chris Bechtel in the 67, David Millard in the 16, and Jake Herbert's in the 78. That's your front 4 cars crossing the start-finish line right now, completing lap number 6. These karts running a 20-lap feature for ERA Real Estate, Realtor Ray, graduates from the Hampton Roads Karts Club. From most of these seats you see filled in this event right now, we met some of the youngsters and some of the veterans of the Hampton Roads Karts Club out here on the front stretch pre-race right before everything kicked off for tonight's events. A couple of karts getting ready to be caught up to by the leaders and possibly be lapped out here on the racetrack. That's Stephen Griggs' machine, and it looks like Cheyenne Strandberg's 15. Those 2 karts, unfortunately, Matthew Leach is 51, an early retiree from the event. 8 laps now on the board, and they got a little bit of a mix-up going on for that second group of karts. They were not gaining on the front karts, so now Scott Allen and Robert Pellick go to the outside and go around the 10 car of Danny Millard and Madison Morell's 39. Can they catch the front batch? It's going to be a tough feat to do, but now they're starting to mix it up down the back stretch. Bechtel's machine gets shifted out of the line. Down onto the apron goes Millard. He's already been to victory lane once for Dale Lemon's victory lane here at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. Now gets shoved to the lead right by the 30 machine of Jeffrey Johnson. Johnson actually loses the draft. They pass him so fast, but it's still a long way back, almost a full straightaway back from 4th position all the way back to 5th place. Scott Allen right now. David Millard holding a steady wheel right in his tire tracks as Jake Herbert's. Chris Bechtel still staying up here in your top 3. The 30 kart off the racetrack. The pole sitter, Jeffrey Johnson. He is retired from the event now, down in turn number 1. Your top 3 karts work a great line off of turn number 4 and down the front stretch. They are staying right in the wake of each other's tailwind. And like I said, David Millard pulled into Dale Lemon's victory lane. Looking the race of the season, looking to try to do so once again. A little further back in the field, you've got Aaron Leach in the 45, Nelson Mooney in the 46, and Jeremiah Strandberg in the 3, a 3-kart draft. They're working down the back stretch as your leaders cross the start-finish line. They're a half a track behind your top 3 machines. Ken Millard in that 16 machine leading the way. 13 laps, only 7 more to go when they hit the stripe. 6 more circuits for Davey Millard leading the way in the 16 over Jake Herbert's in the 78. Chris Bechtel in the 67. Right now, your rest of your field rundown. Scott Allen in the 29 runs 4th. Robert Pellick in the 26, 5th. Madison Morell in the 39. Danny Millard in the 10. Tim Waltrip in the 97. Aaron Leach in the 45. And Nelson Moody in the 46, your top 10. Jeremiah Strandberg in the 3. Hunter Waltrip in the 17. Cheyenne Strandberg in the 15. Stephen Griggs in the 06. Jeffrey Johnson and Matthew Leach have both retired from the event in the 30 and 51 karts. Allen and Pellick have sort of broken away from Morell and Danny Millard right now and starting to try to chase down the top karts, but an 8.5 second deficit right now as your leaders cross the start-finish line. Pellick and Allen are just now coming through turn 3 as they hit the start-finish line, so almost a quarter of the track out in front of the 4th and 5th place karts. And that differential actually grew that lap to over 9 seconds. Leaders coming off of turn number 4, closing in on the end of this event. 20 laps is the distance. There are 3 laps left to go. Davey Millard leading the way in the 16. He has Jake Herberts and Chris Bechtel in his tire tracks, right tucked up behind the top wing on that champ kart. Now they've been right there the entire time. Can they make a move on the 16 kart together without any kind of incident? Next time by, we will see the white flag unfurl. 18 laps now on the board. These champ karts getting it done for ERA Realtors and Realtor Ray out here at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. It is Courtyard Marriott Night at the Races at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. Your leaders coming off of turn number 4. White flag unfurls over the start-finish line from Shane Snyder. Down into turn number 3, we'll watch those 3 karts to see if anybody breaks out of line and tries to make a pass. They are going to catch one kart right now. Can anybody make an inside move down the back stretch? They go in behind the building now. They're down into turn number 3. Millard, a little bit of drag on the brake from Herberts. He's going to try an outside move. Here he comes. It's a full head of steam. Herberts is going to Dale Evans victory lane. Last lap move. The lap kart caught Millard off of turn number 2. Gave a little bit of momentum. Drug the brake down the back stretch for the 78 kart. Looked like drug the brake just a little bit down the back stretch, and that was enabling the kart behind him, Chris Bechtel, to make the run up to his Nerf bar, give him the shot in the back bumper, and around the outside came the 78 of Jake Herberts, and he's able to pull into Dale Emmons' victory lane down here. What's up, Tommy? Legend champ hanging out down here. This dude got it done, didn't he?
Oh, he did. I told him he won the race. We celebrated that goes Daytona, so he
go.
won that. I had to go find a water.
Hey. And a quick Aquafina spring water from our fine folks at Pepsi. And Jake, just a perfect timed move into turn number 3 right there. You can see the setup a little bit down the back stretch. You were able to, it looked like you drug the brake just a little bit. Let Chris get right on your Nerf bar, and then right around the outside you went, man.
Yeah, I definitely I needed Chris's help to make that pass. Davey did a good job blocking me on the back stretch. And I still had a little momentum coming out of 4 just to get him. If he hadn't won 2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have been as aggressive as I was. But I really wanted to get this win. This was fun.
There you go, Jake. Well, there's that checkered flag, buddy. And that's the best one. I tell you what, Courtyard by Marriott Night at the Races.